Hi, I'm gonna go ahead and perform the required glassware and measurements module 1. The first step is to use the graduated cylinder, and I'm gonna pour 25 milliliters of water into here. Okay, so I had already had some water in my beaker, and I'm gonna pour about 25 milliliters into the graduated cylinder. A little bit more. Okay. I'm holding it even with my eyesight so I see that it's exactly 25 milliliters. Okay, I've recorded down and that's 25 milliliters. Next, I'm going to take a glass sphere and place it into the graduated cylinder, and now I'm going to measure the volume of the water. Okay, I calculated the volume of the sphere in the water with the graduated cylinder as 28.8 milliliters with 3 significant figures. Now, my sphere is a solid sphere, so I'm going to calculate the volume by weighing it, and it weighs 8 grams. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. I'm going to calculate the volume of the sphere by subtracting the volume of the water from the volume of the water with the sphere in it. And that would be, so to calculate the volume of the sphere, I'm going to subtract, I'm going to do the equation 28.8 milliliters minus 25.0 milliliters. And the answer to that would be 3.80 milliliters, keeping 3 significant figures. Next, I have a wooden block that I'm going to measure. This is a wooden block that I had. I didn't have get the block out of the kit. I have this wooden block. I'm going to go ahead and measure the mass of it in grams. I'm going to place it on my scale. Okay, I'm sorry, I thought I had stopped recording. Next, I'm going to determine the mass of the graduated cylinder by placing it onto my scale. I'm not sure if I was recording just a minute ago, but I weighed my wooden block and it weighed 805 grams. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and weigh this. And this weighs 19 grams, the graduated cylinder. Next, I'm gonna start to determine the mass of the graduated cylinder. I'm gonna pour 25 milliliters of water into the graduated cylinder. Okay, I'm looking for the markers here. Okay. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that's right at 25 milliliters. Next, I'm going to determine the volume of the water in the graduated cylinder by placing it on my scale here, and it weighs 44 grams. So after putting it in my formula, I determined the mass of the graduated cylinder in water is equal to 44 grams minus 19 grams, which equals 25 grams, which is the mass of graduated cylinder in water minus the mass of the graduated cylinder is going to be equal to the mass of the water. Next, I'm going to pour the water from the graduated cylinder into my beaker, and I'm going to take the temperature of the water. I have a digital thermometer here. Okay, let me try that again. I'm going to go ahead. My thermometer is ready to take the temperature of the beaker. Just a minute. Okay, and I'm waiting for this temperature to register, and it is 52.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I just figured out that a minute ago when I was working with the wooden block, it wasn't recording. I did, however, measure the length of my wooden block is measured, and the length of my wooden block is 14.1 centimeters. The height of my, or the width of my wooden block is 8.2 centimeters, and the height of my wooden block is 7.5 centimeters. Now I'm gonna calculate the volume of the block is gonna be 14.1 times 8.2 times 7.5, all measured in centimeters, and my answer for the volume of, the mass of the block came out to 867.15, and I need to keep that at 3 significant figures, so I'm going to round that to 867 centimeters. Thank you. The end.